Childcare is a critical service and support in our tribal communities.
We have so many different tribes and tribal belief systems, but there are a lot of things our shared experiences bring us together. What we know from our work in public health and in community is that our Native community members are frequently undercounted or misrepresented in statistics. We see that what we know to be true is over here, that we don't have access to childcare, and what the data that is collected is like way over here on a different page.
If you bring in smart people that are willing to do professional development and you don't feed them appropriately, or you expect them to carry everything, that is unfair and unsustainable. And it's the most common model that I know.
Sustainability, I'd say. With a federal 5-year grant, you're able to articulate a long-term vision and build in steps along the way for accomplishing your goals. I'd say that's a lot harder with state-level grants, which operate on a biennium. It's really hard to build sustainable programs off of 1 to 2 year grants.
I'm really fortunate to work for a tribe where we get to have our own economic system, where we get to be eligible for state and federal grants. We have a lot of state and federal entities that are really willing to work with tribes.
Oftentimes, grants contract with an outside provider to provide TNTA. Sometimes there's eligibility requirements to receive TNTA, but it doesn't hurt to ask. I know that when we applied for the Child Care Infrastructure Fund, we could not have done it without the support of Northwest Native Chamber. So that sometimes is the difference between being able to apply for a grant and not being ready.
One change I'd like to see in this system of care is for our tribes to feel empowered and to be able to enact their sovereignty when it comes to caring for their communities, which looks like setting their own licensing standards, setting their own rules and regulations for program oversight and monitoring. If at anything, they should be a partner in that conversation. And so I really see tribal licensing as a pathway that could be worked on and improved greatly.
Allow students to go through a system where they're learning, but we're not homogenizing the process and we're not dictating how they identify or how they get intimate with their culture or build their culture. So we try to support people and allow them to be the drivers of their future and not be the dictators of an agenda or a rationale.
What we're seeing now is tribes and communities, even tribal members who own and operate their own childcare facilities, are reclaiming their language and really their right to integrate these Indigenous ways of knowing into their practice.